Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My dear children, how are you? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect you and make you successful in both the worlds. Ameen. Let's say the dua and then we are going to start our story. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربنا زدنا علما. Ameen. There was one thing that I forgot to mention, and that was that Musa alayhi salam made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, oh Allah, make my brother Harun a helper for me and make him a prophet. And because of his dua, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made Harun alayhi salam, his older brother, a prophet. Both of them tried their best to bring Pharaoh to his senses and tell him the truth. But even after seeing so many clear signs, like Musa alayhi salam's asa, the staff that he had in his hand and it would turn into a snake, the glowing hand, and all the signs of the punishment, like drought and then locust and then lice and then floods and then blood and then frogs and storms, all of these signs did not bring them to the right path, and they lied and they stayed arrogant. You would notice that in the whole story, the Pharaoh was so powerful and such a cruel king. He could have killed Musa and Harun alayhi salam right there and then, within seconds. But he couldn't do that. You know why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protected both of them. Allah promised them that I'm going to protect you. You go and talk to Pharaoh. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked Musa alayhi salam to take all the people of Bani Israel away from Pharaoh. They planned to quietly come out of their houses one night and accompany Musa alayhi salam. They were in thousands, but since their houses were away from the Pharaoh's castle and the big houses, they managed to run away quietly from the life of the slavery. They knew Pharaoh will come after them as soon as he will find out, and that was exactly what happened. Pharaoh got so angry, he asked all the army to come with him, and he asked all the other government officials to come along because he wanted them to see how he's going to punish the Bani Israel because of their running away. And Musa alayhi salam and Bani Israel reached the sea, and guess what? In front was the sea and behind was the Pharaoh. And they got hopeless. But Musa alayhi salam trusted Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's help and said, Kalla inna rabbi ma'iyya sayahdeen. Absolutely not. My Rabb is with me and he is going to guide me soon. And Allah said, فَأُوحَيْنَا إِلَى مُوسَى نِضْرِبْ بِعَصَاكَ الْبَحْرَ فَلَقَ فَكَانَ كُلُّ فِرْقٍ كَالطَّوْدِ الْعَظِيمِ. We sent wahi to Musa alayhi salam to strike the sea with your staff, and the sea was split. Each part was like a huge mountain. And guess what? There was a dry path in between, and Musa alayhi salam and Bani Israel quickly passed that path and reached the other side of the sea. Pharaoh came and he asked his army to come along. He thought that he's going to cross the path as well. But what happened? That as soon as they came in the middle of the path, both the giant waves of sea got together and crushed the army and Pharaoh. And Pharaoh died. And so did his army. Musa alayhi salam and his nation was saved. And Pharaoh and his arrogance was destroyed. This man, he used to call himself a god. He also died because he was not a god. And he lied to his people and ruled by creating fear of his cruelty. Right? That is why everyone listened to him, because he was so cruel. Now, my dear children, we are going to stop the story over here and we are going to think about what we have learned from this part of the story. Number one is that if you are on the right path, and you trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then inshallah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to protect you in such a way that you can't even think about. Right? Always have hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and keep on making dua. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to send you the help. The second thing that we learned is that never ever be boastful or arrogant. Greatness only and only suits Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because He is the owner, He is the provider, and He is the creator. And humbleness suits us as human beings, because we are always in need of Allah's help for everything. Look at the Pharaoh. His arrogance, his boasting, his wealth, and even his huge army could not save him from a humiliating death. So we need to be humble and always helpful towards other people, and we should never ever be cruel to anyone, right? Inshallah, see you next time. Till then, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.